January the 4th. You're doing lines with the Let's Not Do This podcast. You got the big O, Leon Oliver, sitting alongside 2 to 3 unwise men. You got the man with no plan in life, Chris Green. How are you, sir?
Recovering from a cold, but doing okay.
That's what they call AIDS these days, a cold. And a man who still thinks Champion's cool when Scotty Too Hottie. How are you, sir?
Champions is cooler now than it was when we were kids.
It really is. What happened?
Yeah.
Did the kids just starter coming back next?
Yeah, starter
Maybe.
jackets
Cool.
are on their way back.
Well, let's get ahead of this. Let's buy some stock in what is it, Junko jeans? Whatever, is that the next thing?
Jinko.
Jinko.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't know what that is.
I never owned a pair. I never knew how to pronounce it. I have no idea. I wasn't.
It's because the legs were wide, not the waist.
Ah, fuck you. I
didn't own any either, but you definitely recognized or noticed when somebody was wearing them.
Oh yeah, I knew when someone was wearing them. I just didn't know how it was pronounced. I never had any of that stuff. Listen, I grew up poor.
They're jeans, so
if they weren't from Walmart when I was growing up, jean wise, I didn't have them. Okay,
like regular fit, baby.
Yeah, my family was always like, "Oh, what's the regular?" No, you can save $3 and get the Rustler at Walmart. And it's like, thanks, awesome.
Oh yeah.
So does Rustler still exist?
I don't think that's a brand.
No, it was a brand of jeans. It was a knockoff Wrangler.
Yeah.
Why would you need our knockoff Wrangler?
Because we were cheap and poor, sir. It's like saying
because Brett Favre started endorsing them and they went up by $5.
Yeah.
It's like driving a knockoff Hyundai.
Exactly.
Hyundai.
Going to a knockoff Golden Corral, it's like ugh. Yeah. Good. Jesus. All right. Well, we're back. We apologize for the delay. There's these things called holidays and Christmas, Hanukkah, all that good stuff. Did you boys enjoy your holidays? Did everyone have a good holiday?
It was a holiday. I won money betting, so I'm happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had 2 parlays on Christmas, so it was a good Christmas.
I discovered the betting in the great state of Florida sucks because the only mobile app is Hard Rock, which Hard Rock isn't bad, but just you can't shop lines. There was like no promos really because why would they? They're the only game in town. So that sucked. But I did get a lot of bets in that I lost while traversing through the great state of North Carolina on the way down. But yeah, it's nice to be back in the Commonwealth where we have a full slate of betting apps at hand here. So happy New Year.
It's the first good thing you've said about Virginia since you've been back.
Oh yeah, well, it's pretty much just a shit state, but it's where I live, unfortunately. So here we are. It could be worse. We could live in West Virginia, I guess. We got that going.
Well, the betting is better in West Virginia.
Oh, that's true, man. And for people like Chris, the strip clubs are better too. So we got nothing
going
on.
Like you mean?
No. I'm an angel and a saint, and I am a very Christian person, sir.
I don't have a good job. No. They're all on the other one.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into some picks here. Before we do that, Scotty, I know we've had a ton of games that we put out over social media since we haven't done a show over the last week and a half. We have the standings there. I am sure I have made a precipitous fall down these standings. I think Chris might actually be ahead of me now, which leaves me no reason to live in life anymore.
Chris is actually on fire. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. I don't know why he went to the top.
He goes to Fire Island, so.
These are all the picks.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Is a fuck ton of bets. Let's see here.
Can we zoom in on that to the overalls? There we go.
You look like somebody that would wear overalls.
I actually hate overalls. They're like the ugliest thing ever. And like those stupid ass Clemson. Here we go. It's not even 5 minutes in. I'm already insulting Clemson. Those stupid ass Clemson fans who wear their little overalls, give out their $2 bill. Fucking dumbasses. That's why you got your shit in by Texas.
Yep. Anyways, I continue to have bad luck on the podcast because I'm actually going on like 7 winning weeks in a row overall. I can just not give out the right picks on the podcast for whatever reason. But NFL, me and you, Leon, went 1-5. Chris continues to stay hot. 4-2 NFL. Yeah. Fucking Charbonnet, 50 rush yards in the first half and then 7 in the second. And then college, me and Chris went 3-1. Leon, stop fading me. In college, anyways. Fade me in NFL on the podcast, but not college. Me and Chris went 3-1. Leon 0-4. So we're kind of all over the place overall last week. Chris 7-3. I went 4-6.
Fucking go.
Leon 1-9.
Well, it's this is soccer season for me right now, and I'm making some money on those. I haven't put those on the show, but I'm making money on those.
Domination right here.
Yeah, like I said, I just can't put the right picks on the podcast. So I guess fade my NFL picks on the podcast, follow everything else. I had the 2 parlays on Christmas. I had a touchdown parlay the Sunday before that. Just can't give out the right picks on here.
Chris leading at this right now is kind of like in high school now, where the popular thing is to let the slow kid beat the homecoming king. Like that's Chris right now. It's just like the charity.
This is pretty sad.
It is his
71-74.
This is his make-a-wish, I wish that I would be good at something. So we just let him lead this. This is like when the Seahawks won the West with a 7-9 record.
I mean, he's doing good NFL. 39-32, the best by far. I'm the best in college. 37-39, which is sad. But yeah. And then there's Leon, who was the first 2 weeks ago. Well, yeah, there's not enough time now.
Yeah.
I don't know when we're resetting picks and all that, but
we'll figure that one out. But all right, well then let's go into this week, and for that, we go to our betting picks brought to you by no one. Of course, you can sponsor this if you send an email to info@letsnotdothispodcast.com. We can talk a little shop with you and get a nice little logo for you, maybe right here on the side of the screen as we give these picks. All right, our betting picks here, and we're going to do something a little different this week. Usually we go 3 college football, 3 NFL, but there is very limited college football, and we'll have another show before the college football playoff game, so we'll give those picks then for the semifinals. So we're kind of doing a little hodgepodge of some stuff here and then get into the NFL picks. So I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and lead this one off here. And coming out, I am going to go with a little college basketball action, which is 11 a.m. this morning. Florida at Kentucky, 6th ranked Gators, 10th ranked Wildcats on the hardwood. Kentucky laying the 3.5 over under 166.5, 11 a.m. on ESPN. Not a lot of analysis in this one. I saw Florida play a couple times this year. They look like one of the best teams in the country, in my opinion. Rupp Arena is always a tough place to play. I like what Mark Pope is doing with this Kentucky team, but it's 11 a.m. That should take a little bit of sting out of the crowd there. Maybe the Kentucky fans haven't gotten done with their shift out of the coal mines yet, though I'm sure they will be liquored up. I don't know how liquored up they'll be for 11 a.m. And I'm sure some of them are still doing community service. That trash doesn't pick itself up on the side of the road. So I'm going to go with Florida plus the 3.5 points at Rupp, getting the win over the Wildcats. I actually kind of like Florida straight up too, but I'm taking the Gators on the hardwood plus 3.5.
Yeah, I have this on my card too, and I am happy that I am fading you on this one. I'm going Kentucky minus 3.5. Florida hasn't lost a game all year. I think they're due here. I would have been all over the over on this one, but that 11 a.m. start, I don't like that. Could be a slow start for both teams. But yeah, I think Kentucky started the year on fire, looking like one of the best teams. They've fallen back a little bit. Still number 10 in the country, still playing well. This is their I still think the Kentucky crowd is going to be in it. First home SEC game. This is a pretty good basketball rivalry. Yeah, I think the crowd will be up. Kentucky will be up. Florida traveling, 11 a.m. start. Give me Kentucky minus 3.5.
Kentucky minus 3.5. Chris, any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I've seen Florida play once against UVA, and I was not that impressed. UVA sucks, and it took them until about 7 minutes in the second half to pull away. So I'm not impressed with Florida. Give me Kentucky.
All right. Chris says Kentucky. So Sky and I on different sides of this one here. And
Is this on your card, Chris?
No.
Okay.
And then I go from the hardwood to on frozen pond here, going to Denver tonight to Ball Arena, the Montreal Canadiens. At Ball Arena, taking on the Avalanche. Avs are 1.5 goal favorites. Over under is 6.5, 7 p.m. ESPN plus. You know my theory when it comes to hockey. If a team plays the night before, bet against them the following night on the back-to-back. Well, the Canadians got two things going against them. They're not good, 17, 18, and 3. And they played last night. They lost in Chicago to the Blackhawks, and the Blackhawks are a train wreck on top of a dumpster fire right now. So now you got to pack up, go at altitude on the night after, go at the Avalanche. I'm going to take. I almost said Denver. I'm going to take Colorado minus the goal and a half here. Actually, Avs had some struggles early on. I think they're starting to figure things out a little bit. They are third place, I believe, right now in the Central Division. I love their offense. I like the power play unit. Give me Colorado minus the goal and a half over Montreal at Ball Arena this evening.
This was almost my upset pick just for vibes alone, but I'll go on the opposite end. Give me the Canadians.
You're a hater, Chris. Hater.
I am.
All right,
I'll say Avalanche by 1. I don't know. I haven't watched any hockey this year. Hockey's not really my thing. I'm trying to get more into it. I just can't make myself do it. But the Avalanche way back in the day, I liked when they were like a new team. I liked their uniforms, so that was my favorite team for like 2 years.
Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg.
And look at you.
Patrick Roy.
Oh, Patrick Roy.
I remember Patrick Roy.
Yeah.
I remember Patrick Roy. But yeah. We'll say 4-3 Avalanche.
You people
both of y'all lose.
People are terrible. All right. Next up was the game that mattered in like night. Oh, I fucked up.
Damn! I'm picking the under. There. I'm picking the under.
4, 5.
I picked
2000. I don't think they're going to hit the 2000 mark. I'll take the under.
They might miss 2003s.
Next one actually mattered, in like 1990 when this league actually mattered. But the NBA, you get the Knicks at the Bulls. New York laying the 5.5 over under 234.5 points. The NBA. 8 NBA TV for the 8 people in America that actually get that channel and watch it. With my logic here, catch a team on the second part of a back-to-back. Knicks last night actually lost. I'm sure Michael Biseglia is happy. They lost in the OKC to the Thunder, 117 to 107. I have not watched either one of these teams in 25 years probably, but you've lost on the back-to-back. You've lost in the OKC, playing back-to-back. I'm sure the NBA, 19,000 people will be load managing for New York. Go ahead and chalk it up with losing at Chicago maybe. I'm going to go with the Bulls plus the 5.5 simply because the Knicks played last night. That's my analysis on it. I wish this league didn't exist. I wish it would cancel it, but that's my analysis.
Jesus.
I'm actually going with the Knicks. Like you said, they played last night, but they lost last night. So I think they're going to come out. They're much better than the Bulls.
Yeah, Bulls are a dumpster fire.
Yeah, they are. But
they play good every now and then. But if they're hitting their shots, that's with most teams in the NBA now. But yeah, I guess give me the Knicks. It's a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 more points than I would want to lay, but I'll still take them.
I don't watch the NBA. That over/under feels absurdly high, especially on the back-to-back.
Oh, that's nothing compared to Indiana last year.
Yeah. Well, the Knicks play good defense, but both teams kind of run up and down. So that's fair.
Jesus, somebody's God, 234 points. Just a layup line at that point. But I digress. All right. And then, you know what? The over-under has actually dipped since I put this in earlier. It's actually now 233.5 points there. So that's actually gone down now. That does not change my pick, though. I'm still going Chicago plus the 5.5.
Bet over on Karl Anthony Towns. He only scored like 17 last night. So bet over today.
Oh, he's not going to get load managed. It wasn't too much for him to play on back-to-back nights.
I don't think so. He's been like a different guy since he got to New York.
Yeah.
All right, so those are my picks there. To recap on my non-football stuff here, I got Florida plus a 3.5 at Kentucky. Give me the Avs minus the goal and a half against Montreal, and then I'm going with the Bulls plus the 5.5 against the Knicks here. Next up, Chris. You know what? I'll do you since no one's ever said that before. I'll do Chris. So I'll go Chris here. I know where he's going automatically on this pick. My North Carolina State Wolfpack heading to Winston-Salem, which is always a house of horrors, and it doesn't matter what the sport is for NC State. Taking on Wake Forest at the Lawrence Joel Memorial Coliseum. Deeks laying 5.5, over under 137.5, noon on the illustrious CW network.
Let's go CW. Yeah, Wake Forest minus 5.5. Easy money. Wake Forest, good coach. NC State, bad coach. Wake Forest, some talent. NC State, no talent. Should be an easy game. I would alt this up to like 7.5. Yeah, Wake Forest shouldn't be a problem.
See, this is where a man bets, out of spite instead of looking at the game here. State usually plays Wake tough. I'm going to go with State plus the 5.5. They, coming off that bad loss at Virginia too, where they played arguably their best half of basketball all year in the first half, and then turned around with one of the worst halves of basketball. I think a lot of adjustments have been made. I think they'll protect the ball better. They did not protect the three. They gave up a lot of those in the second half against Virginia. I think Keats is going to light into these guys a bit. Wake is always an interesting game for State. I think Wake might get the win in like a 1 or 2 point win, but I'm taking State plus the 5.5 here. I'm not on my card.
Ice cream for them.
Yeah, no ice cream. I don't know if you want to get ice cream in Winston-Salem. There's nothing good in Winston-Salem except there's a Twin Peaks, so they got that going for them. But that's about it.
I almost made this my upset pick just because I was Russian, but I didn't want to make Leon too happy.
You're Russian?
I was rushing to go through my picks this morning.
Okay. I thought you were Russian.
But yeah, and then I can't take incest this early in the day, so. I'm not taking
Chris every day when he walks into work. He gets that booing.
This is an ugly game. NC State hasn't beat a good team yet this year. If I had to bet it, I guess I would take the points, but I'm not touching this one.
Yeah. All right. So Chris going with Wake minus the 5.5 points here. Next up on his dance card, Arkansas, the Razorbacks heading into Knoxville, taking on the Vols, 23rd ranked John Calipari's crew. Number 1, Tennessee. Tennessee laying 12.5 points, 1 o'clock. Over under is 143.5. This is on ESPN.
Yeah, Tennessee, very good. Arkansas, also very good. There's no way Tennessee is 12.5 points better than Arkansas. Calipari is going to have them getting them up for this game. So give me Arkansas plus a 12.5.
Okay. Going with the Hogs plus a 12.5. Scotty, any thoughts on this one?
I wanted to put this on my card, but I don't like that number. I feel like it's going to be right around that number. I think Tennessee wins anywhere from 10 to 15. Yeah. Maybe I'll look at the total and bet it. I don't know. We'll see.
It just feels like a really big number for me. Tennessee's looked great so far this year. I've only seen Arkansas a couple times, so I can't really give an opinion on them. But 12.5 just feels like too big of a number here for two quality SEC teams. So yeah, I would, if I was betting this, I would take Arkansas plus those points here as well. All right. Next up here on Chris's card, we got Arizona traveling to the Queen City, taking on 16th ranked Cincinnati Bearcats. Cincinnati laying 2.5. Over under is 146.5. 230 on the Deuce.
Yeah, we got a historical Big 12 rivalry here, Cincinnati and Arizona. Goes back many days.
God, talk about two cities that could not be more different too. You got one, it's like an hour from Mexico, and you got the other one that's like a poor version of Pittsburgh with shitty chili.
Arizona has not shown very much this year. They are struggling in just about every aspect. Cincinnati is a tough, hard-nosed team. 2.5 is not enough. Give me Cincinnati minus the 2.5.
I'm with you on this one. I've only seen Arizona a couple times this year. Was not impressed by them at all. Lute Olson isn't walking through that door anytime soon. I don't believe he's still with us, right? He passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, I think like 10 years ago.
Yeah. So, he's not walking through that door. They're like 7-5 on the year. This ain't your daddy's Arizona Wildcat basketball team. Take Cincinnati minus 2.5 easy at the Fifth Third Arena, the illustrious Fifth Third Arena. Nothing says good banking like Fifth Third. What a horrible name.
I hate to agree with you. Cincinnati's undefeated at home. I don't know. I haven't watched much of either team yet. But we almost thought we were going to get to play my favorite game, as he did with Lute Olson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's expired. I'm pretty sure.
You got to say unalived, I think.
Unalived, yes. Yeah. Yes. All right, so the recap, Chris, here. Wake and State, he's got Wake minus the 5.5. Tennessee, Arkansas, you went with the Hogs plus the 12.5.
Yes, sir.
And then Arizona and Cincinnati, he's got the Bearcats minus 2.5 at home. Moving over to Scotty here. He is what? Oh, you got
my graphics might be screwed
in
up.
Weird order.
Hastily made. I thought we were going to do NFL first.
The hastily made Cleveland tourism video. All right, you already gave your pick on this one with Florida and Kentucky. You got
Fade Leon, Kentucky minus 3.5.
Is that your strategy for the rest of the year? Just fade Leon?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it should be,
but
I don't take your picks into consideration.
Next up here, we got a illustrious ACC matchup here. Two of the best private schools in the country. Maybe they just pull out and see who has a bigger bank account and decide this one. Duke, number 4 team in the land at SMU. Over under is 149.5. Blue Devils laying 7.5. 215. That's a weird start on the CW. But yes, how much money do you think is in like the stands? That's got to be like the richest game in America this afternoon, right?
It's at SMU. So how many people do they support their basketball team?
Not really, but they're not terrible this year. So they're starting to see more attendance. But it's something to do there. I'm sure it's Duke. That's going to bring people out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of money.
Yeah, SMU's beat a lot of average teams this year. They've only had one game where they were an underdog, and that was to Mississippi State, and they lost by 5. I'm taking Duke minus the 7.5. They've been rolling, not just at home. They've been playing well on the road, too. I think I have a future on them to win the whole thing, unfortunately. I think they win by double digits.
Chris, any thoughts on this one?
Another game on the CW. Let's just bet all CW games for the rest of the year.
The CW is like the Kia of like sports networks now. It's like, do you want a shitty game, but you like it's a shitty game. It'll get you there. If you're a degenerate gambler, you want to watch sports, it's the CW now. And it's kind of like a Kia. Like, do you have a 385 credit score? Do you need a vehicle? Like, welcome to Kia. That's what the CW is when it comes to sports right now.
The Rustler Network.
Yes. All right, Chris, any thoughts on this one here?
Duke should roll. SMU is not that good.
All right, so going with that. Then next up here, Scotty, you have something that's interesting here as I put the TV network in because I actually saw this earlier this morning.
I didn't see a TV network listed, so
awful announcing, my friend.
It's probably a local network that you're pulling up.
Yeah, awful announcing. This is a weird game because didn't these two teams play last night in Denver? Yeah. Yes. Nuggets, Spurs.
I went up 3.5.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what you put in.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
I haven't touched it.
Let me check this. Let me live check the spread here because I think it was 3. Let's see.
You're the one that built the graphic.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Oh, ESPN is 3.5, but you can get it at 3. I
Okay.
still like the number there.
We're going with ESPN 3.5. So Nuggets laying to 3.5 at San Antonio, over under 236.5, 8 p.m. on Altitude 2, which is a regional network there in Colorado. Nothing like getting on the second channel for Altitude. And then the FanDuel Sportsnet Southwest, which I believe those used to be like the FS channels, like FS Rocky Mountain, FS Southwest, whatever. But yeah, I'm sure tens of people will be watching this, especially on a back-to-back where they played in Denver last night, now San Antonio this evening. But you had the floor.
Yeah. Or just League Pass. You can't watch it on crack streams or meth streams anymore. Do you hear they got shut down?
Yes, thankfully, because you know what? I pay for cable. And you sons of bitches that steal it deserve every virus in America, and you deserve the FBI shutting down every site that you have.
Boo.
The right thing, paying for the things that you consume is so bad. But go on, sir.
I pay for a lot of things, but if I can't get something, anyways. Damn, this was at 2.5 when I put it in earlier. That was at this stupid ESPN. If you're line shopping, you can still get it at 3. But yeah, you mentioned they played last night in where did they play? Where they playing tonight? Yeah, they played in Denver last night.
Yeah.
The Spurs pulled off the upset, which is why I'm going with Denver minus the 3.5 tonight. Veteran team, they're not going to lose 2 in a row to a young San Antonio team. Wemby isn't great on back-to-backs so far in his career. His numbers drop a lot. I almost went with the under on him, but there's always a chance they just don't play him tonight or limited minutes, which is why I'm staying away from that. But regardless, I like the Nuggets. I think Jokic is going to be spreading the ball around tonight. Yeah, Nuggets not going to lose 2 in a row, back-to-back nights. I don't think they care about traveling to San Antonio. Yeah, give me the Nuggets minus 3.5.
Chris, are you typing up a manifesto over there? Yes. You look like the Unabomber, and then you're just like typing. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like he knows like 6 words in the English language. So,
sorry, this is my exit survey from a very large corporation that can eat shit and die.
Probably not the time to do that right now, but
yeah, I'm on my computer. Why not?
Jeez, it's like Iraq, where you get like that, like 6 minutes of internet access before the goddamn power goes out. That's pretty much what he has. He's using up his allotted time now. Chris, you actually watch this Fakaka League, knows the NBA. Will everyone be load managed? Will we be seeing the equivalent of Tony Bennett at the end of the bench play for somebody?
Probably not. Both of these teams are in the playoff hunts. Look, Jokic and Wemby had big games last game out. Spurs won. Look for another big game from Jokic, but I would go the under on his PRA. Whatever that number is. It's probably
I would say under on points. I would say under on points for sure, because he had a big game last night, a lot of shots.
I would assume it's probably around 56.5.
I'll say under on points, over on assist.
PRA for those that are good red-blooded Americans that don't watch the NBA, points, rebounds, assist. As a good red-blooded American that doesn't watch the NBA, I know that there will be minimal trying on a back-to-back, especially with 2 teams that played last night. So I'm going to go under that 236.5 points there.
If there's minimum trying, you would want to bet the over.
Yeah. Defense is where you try. Offense is where you...
Even offense, I think guys who I'm tired. I need to be load managed.
You rest on defense.
Yeah.
I mean on offense, not defense.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the whole league will cancel at some point.
Yeah, not happening.
All right. So he's got, to the recap for Scotty, Kentucky, Florida.
Kentucky minus 3.5.
And then Duke, SMU.
Duke minus 7.5.
And then this abortion of a basketball game.
Jesus.
Just realizing I'm betting off favorites. That's not good. But Nuggets minus 3.5.
All right. So those are our random picks here. Now let's get into the bread and butter, the National Football League. I will start things off here.
My bread and butter, not y'all's.
Fuck you. I will start things off here with Browns, Ravens. Baltimore favorite by 20 points. When's the last time you've seen that in an NFL game? Baltimore
A
favorite
couple
by
weeks
20.
ago with the Giants.
Wasn't that like
Did
19 or
it get
17?
to 20?
I don't think it
I
got to
think
20.
it was.
I thought it was
I think
like
was
16
20.
or 17.
Yeah. But Baltimore favored by 20. Over under is 41.5. This game is this afternoon, 4:30 on ESPN. And for you poor people that don't have cable, ABC, then also ESPN Plus. One thing I wanted to bring up in regards to the playoffs, to the games, we actually have some playoff scenarios here going into this week. So one thing in the AFC, Baltimore can clinch the AFC North title and the 3 seed with a win and tie or Pittsburgh loss. Now, Pittsburgh plays later on against Cincinnati. They can clinch the North in the 3 seed with a win or a Baltimore loss. So here's what I'm going to do on this game here, because 20 points is huge in the NFL. I think Baltimore easily handles Cleveland. But I think they're going to get up and maybe in the fourth quarter when this game is in hand, take some guys out. Cleveland maybe gets a late score to backdoor cover this thing. I'm going to go with the Browns plus a 20. Just such a big number. And I think if Baltimore, they're not going to have trouble with Cleveland. I don't think dispatching them. You don't want to get Lamar hurt. You don't want to get Derrick Henry hurt. You don't want to get anyone on the defensive side of the ball hurt. I think they're going to do enough to put Cleveland away so they can win this division, but obviously not get anyone injured going into the postseason. That's why I'm going to take Cleveland plus those 20 points.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick. If I bet this one, it'll probably be Ravens first half, whatever that is. Yeah, that number is ridiculous. And then maybe the over because you have guys resting in the second half. Yeah, I don't know. This is an ugly one. If I had to bet something, it will probably be Ravens first half, whatever that line is, probably like 10.5 or something.
God damn it. I hate being on the same side of Leon. But he just gave my whole argument. So, yeah, Browns plus the 20.
So Ravens by 50. Got it.
So Browns plus.
That's on your card?
Yeah, it's on my card.
Okay.
Yeah. So Browns plus the 20 here. And like I said, that leads into my next pick here with the Bengals and the Steelers. Cincinnati laying the 2.5. Over under 48.5. This game is tonight. ESPN, ABC, ESPN Plus. Listen, Pittsburgh has lost 3 straight, but they played 3 games in 14 days or something weird like that. 3 games in 10 days. Yeah,
11.
something.
Yeah.
It was something ungodly. I don't want to hear anyone talk about how the league is focused on player safety and this and that. You got a team playing 3 times in 11 fucking days is ridiculous. But obviously, riding the 3-game losing streak, they beat Cincinnati earlier this year. Listen, the Bengals need a win to get into the playoffs, as we show in that playoff picture graphic here. For Cincinnati to get in, they have to win, combined with a Denver loss and then Miami loss or tie. I think they're going to roll Pittsburgh because obviously this game is after the Baltimore game. Baltimore is going to handle business and beat Cleveland. They're going to take the division. At this point, this game becomes utterly meaningless for Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin's a guy who likes to play the game the right way, likes to play hard, but why fight battles you don't have to? Go ahead and take the guys out. I'll take Cincinnati big in this one because that Baltimore game is going to be over. Pittsburgh has nothing to play for. I think you're going to see a lot of guys get subbed out, especially TJ Watt and everything. Give me Cincinnati minus the 2.5 points for the sheer fact that I don't think Pittsburgh's going to be playing a lot of guys after Baltimore wraps up the North. Anybody?
Yeah, I disagree with you here. I think the Steelers are going to have a reason to play, even if the Ravens, we all think are going to win. They should win. But they're still fighting for positioning. If they win, they get the 5 seed, I believe. If they lose, I think they get the 6. I don't know if they can fall to 7 or not. But you don't want to play the Ravens or the Bills in that first round.
Sure.
You get the 5 seed, you go to the Texans, which is a game they'll probably be favored in or be close to a pick 'em. I don't know. Yeah, and the Steelers, I'm sure they've been playing like they think they still have a shot for the division. You're not going to all of a sudden be watching the game before you go out in the field, I'm like, oh, we're not going to try now. And it's the Bengals, like you said, division game. They want that 5 seed. I think they're going to put their guys out there. I think it's going to be a very close game. I would take the Steelers plus the 2.5 and the under. It's supposed to be pretty cold. So, Steelers plus 2.5. Who knows? We could see a weird 2-point game. But yeah, Steelers in the under.
Steelers in the under, Scotty says. Chris?
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this line or the total. Give me Joe Burrow over 2.5 passing touchdowns.
Ooh, I like that. I'm actually going to add that to my card. I haven't bet props yet, so I'm going to put that on my card too. All right. And then lastly for me, a little NFC East showdown here. The Giants and the Eagles, 1 o'clock tomorrow on CBS. Philadelphia laying 2.5. Over under is 37.5 points. No Saquon Barkley, no Jalen Hurts, and I believe no Kenny Pickett, I want to say, in this game either. Who's the guy starting at quarterback for the Eagles? Was it Tanner McKee?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to say, I know the last name is McKee. I believe the first name.
Yeah, because he's the one that threw that touchdown. And who was it was it A.J. Brown threw it into the stands and had to go get it back?
Yes. He threw it and had to get it back. I believe the penance was he gave that guy a signed A.J. Brown jersey, which I think is a pretty good.
I think it was his game jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good trade-off there. McKee is from Stanford. He was a 6th-round pick apparently in the 2023 draft. That was his first NFL touchdown that A.J. Brown threw into the crowd. So listen, Philadelphia has nothing to play for in this game whatsoever, just trying to not get anyone injured. I know it's a rivalry game. I feel like these things don't matter as much, especially against the Giants, who are just an awful train wreck, but they're feeling good about themselves after dispatching the Colts last week. I'm actually going to take New York plus the points here. I just feel like Philadelphia's playing not to get anyone hurt in this game. So I'm going to go with the Giants plus 2.5. Wouldn't be shocked if they got the outright win. There's literally nothing to play for Philadelphia in this. They're locked into the 2 seed, I believe, aren't they? In the NFC. So this is just a get out of town and not get anyone injured. Give me the Giants plus 2.5.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on that one. I'm assuming Drew Lock is playing. He's been improving. Yeah, he's not the worst quarterback in the world. Neighbors should have a decent game. Maybe bet the over on him. But sure, why not? Ugly game. Giants plus 2.5, I guess. I don't know.
Chris, if you added 2.5 points to his GPA in high school, it would still be 1, actually. Your thoughts here?
I don't fucking care. This game is trash. Everybody playing it is trash. Go Commanders.
That's a useful pick there.
Shout out to Jalen Hurts, who's going to be like the college football bye teams. He hasn't played like a month by the time he plays his next game.
Yeah. Well, he had a concussion, right?
Yeah.
So
he's missed.
He's missed some time. So a recap on my card here. I got Cleveland plus 20 at Baltimore. Give me Cincinnati minus 2.5 at Pittsburgh, and the Giants plus 2.5 at Philadelphia. I'm going with all road teams. Interesting here. All right, and then to round things out, Scotty, your NFL card, you had Browns Ravens as no. I'm on Chris's card. Let me click over to Scotty. There we go. Saints, Buccaneers, Tampa laying the 14 over under 43.5. Sunday, 1 p.m. on Fox.
Did I put
this mine or Scotty's?
Yeah, I don't think I have this game.
Oh,
yes, this is me.
This is on your card.
We'll save the best for last. Yeah, go ahead.
It's on your card, Scotty. What did you have?
Yeah, I didn't mean to put this one on here.
Attaboy. Go ahead and talk about your game, and I'll fix it.
Well, let me see what I got on here.
This is an unmitigated disaster. I was the one that was apologizing for my.
Well, I was looking up basketball lines all morning.
Well, just say your NFL game, and I will type it in here.
I have 49ers, so that's on there.
You got the
Broncos.
Okay.
Broncos Chiefs is what should be on there.
Okay, well, let's go with the Niners, and I'll build the Broncos Chiefs for you. So,
All right.
49ers at Cardinals. Arizona laying 4.5, over under 43.5, 425 tomorrow on Fox.
Yeah, I'm doing a couple player props since there's only one game where we know both teams are actually going to be trying to win. This one I'm going Kyler Murray over 34.5 rush yards. Get this number if you want it now because it's probably going to keep jumping up. He needs 50 rush yards and a touchdown to cash a $750,000 incentive bonus, which is crazy to give your franchise quarterback an incentive to run the ball more. But here we are. The Cardinals have nothing to play for, so little Kyler is going to be running around at will out there. Yeah, he should be able to cash over 34.5 rushing yards pretty easily.
All right, so Cardinals 49ers. I pretty much just CC everything you just said on that one. I actually had this on my card and I pulled it off and put the Giants game on there instead. But yeah, I like Arizona minus that 4.5 easy.
All right.
Chris, any thoughts on this one here?
Nah, I don't care.
Well, it's a pick show.
Give me San Francisco just because.
Great analysis there, as always. All right, so next up, Scotty's rightful game. You got the Chiefs and the Broncos. Denver, 10.5 point favorites. Over under is 40.5 tomorrow, 425 on CBS, America's most watched network. Denver going with the throwback uniforms. Have you all seen that? They're wearing the 1970s like throwbacks with the orange, with the old school blue helmet with the D on there and the horse. And it's one of the best looking uniforms in football. I love everything about it. I wish they would go back to it.
Sucks.
Full time. You
Probably
know, the old Elway era like uniforms.
The 80s where they lost all those Super Bowls. Cool.
Hey, they were good. And I think they are actually saying this is a throwback to the 70s. I guess maybe this is when they originally went to that scheme from that brown and yellow shit that they had before that. But yeah, no, they're going to look great. I don't know if they're going to play great, but you're up, Scotty.
Yeah, I actually like the Chiefs to cover this one, but I'm not making that my pick because that would mean I would be relying on Carson Wentz. So I am going to stay with my same strategy, go for an incentive. Leon, your guy, Cortland Sutton, over 79.5 receiving yards. He needs 82 to get a $2 million bonus. So, yeah, the Chiefs are resting their starters, but I do think either they keep it close to where Sutton has to be out there the all game, or the Rutgers go up and then they just start peppering Sutton with targets. Yeah, I think they're going to do everything they can. He's their best receiver by far anyways. They've had a good connection this year. Yeah, he should be able to get that over 79.5, I think. So over 79.5 receiving yards for Cortland Sutton.
I like that. The Cortland Sutton's cost me many of a fantasy football game, but I do like that. Yeah, and the throwback graphic here, I like the design here. But those uniforms, Chris, absolutely amazing stuff there from Denver. I love those. Yeah. This is a joyless man. He has all the enthusiasm of like a Soviet government official. Any thoughts on this game?
Broncos should win, but you never know with Bo Nix throwing the ball around, trying to force feed Cortland Sutton. He'll probably throw a couple picks, so that would be my whatever his interception prop is. Give me that. Because he's going to be force feeding Cortland Sutton all day.
I like that. Broncos are still overrated, even though they're going to win this game. They've finally played two good teams the last 2 weeks, and they lost. So, yeah, they'll win probably. They won't cover. And then whoever they play next week, they'll lose to.
Yep, Denver can get into the playoffs with a win or a tie, or if Miami loses or ties, combined with a Cincinnati loss or tie. So easiest thing for Denver, you control your own fate. Go ahead and get a win. Exercise some demons against Kansas City. I want to know when was the last time the Chiefs were double-digit dogs. I should have looked that one up there. But yeah, I like Denver minus the 10.5. Just does anyone believe in Carson Wentz? I don't. I don't even know if Carson Wentz believes in Carson Wentz.
For one
I
game.
believe in him
Sure.
the exact same as I do Bo Nix.
I don't know why the Bo Nix hate, man. Bo Nix has been steadily improving week to week.
He was in college for 14 years and didn't do anything.
Hey, those are some shitty Auburn teams. He got stifled. When you put him with real talent at Oregon, we saw what happened there.
What happened?
I'm a believer.
He didn't win anything.
He put up numbers.
Oh, great.
All right, so the recap for Scotty here. Next one more game left. Sorry.
Yeah.
So did Mason Rudolph.
The big NFC North showdown here: Vikings and Lions. Detroit laying the 3, over under 56.5. That's tomorrow, 8:20 on the NBC/Peacock. Everyone gets to Carrie Underwood waiting all day for Sunday night. Intro for this one. You're up, sir.
Yeah, we got the best two teams in the NFC. The only game that matters for both teams. Both teams are on fire. Both quarterbacks are on fire. Both offenses are putting up a lot of points every week. The Lions, they've hit 4 overs in a row. The Vikings, 3 of the last 4 went over. So, of course, I am going to take the under on this one. Under 56.5. Big number for an NFL game. This is going to have that playoff intensity. Home field advantage means a lot. I think both defenses are going to be up for this game. It will probably be around that number. Both teams are still going to score. But, yeah, that's just too many points for an NFL game with 2 good teams. Night game, division game, all that. Everything leads to the under for me. So it should be a great game. But give me the under 56.5.
All right, under 56.5. And I forgot to bring this in earlier when we were talking about the I forgot what game it was. Oh, the Tampa Bay game. But Minnesota can clinch the North and the 1 seed with a win in this one. Then obviously the Tampa game earlier, they can clinch the South with a win or a tie, or a Atlanta loss or tie. I agree with you here. Scotty, 56.5 is a big number, I feel like, in the NFL, especially these offenses, 2 of the best offenses in football. They've been scoring points prolifically, but this is a division game. They know each other well. It's going to be hard fought. I like the under 56.5 here as well. And one thing too, as a aside here, I have my TV on right now, and my TV's on mute, and it's on the Reels channel. And there's a documentary about Siegfried and Roy right now, and I just saw an animated tiger mauling whenever one of those guys was mauled, animated. And then as a tiger expert, they had Carol fucking Baskin on here. I don't know when this was recorded, when this was filmed, but nice. Carol fucking Baskin giving a breakdown of why the tiger mauled whatever Siegfried or Roy or whatever.
She's the one to ask. She knows a lot about animals and about killing dudes. So
yeah, allegedly. So
allegedly.
Maybe the fact that I just looked at my screen and saw this right now, a tiger is a big cat as well as a lion. Maybe this bodes well for Detroit here. I'm going to sprinkle some money on the Lions -3 right now just because I saw that. That's the Carol fucking Baskin curse there. But yeah, I just had to mention that. I'm so sorry. I just saw that. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Carol fucking Baskin. Oh, all right. So, yeah, I would agree with you with the under 56.5 here. And, Chris, I believe you had this one on your card, too.
Yes, this is on my card as well. I'm going over 56.5. Last time they played, they scored 60 points. Their offenses are very good. The Lions' defense is beat the fuck up. So Minnesota's going to at least keep up that way. So points, over 56.5.
Over 56.5 here for
got a battle,
Chris. So, all right, to recap for Scotty here on NFL, we got Cards Niners.
Little Kyler Murray over 34.5 rushing yards.
There we go. And then Chiefs Broncos.
Cam Sutton over 79.5 receiving yards.
Cortland.
And then, Cortland Sutton.
What did I say?
Cam.
Oh.
Who the fuck is that?
Well, you know what I mean. I think he's a defender for the Steelers, maybe?
Might be racist.
What?
They all look the same, don't they, Scotty?
No.
That might be racist.
Yeah, Cam, he's a corner for the Steelers.
Okay.
Sutton? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then to recap here, Vikings Lions, you got
Under 56.5.
under 56.5. Chris, I think we hit all your picks already,
No.
didn't we?
I think he's got one more.
I got one more. Tampa Bay
Wait.
game.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Tampa Bay, we got Saints Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers have to win. Well, they want to win, so they win the division. The Saints are a team that should probably play in the the UFL, XFL.
Yeah, I believe it's the UFL now.
UFL.
Okay, yeah, they suck.
Coming up next month. Or coming up in March.
They don't have a quarterback. Spencer Rattler is playing like he did in South Carolina and Oklahoma, which is absolute trash. I don't even know what the zesty guy's name is. That
Jake
was their,
Hader? Is it
yeah,
Hader?
that guy. The guy with the glamour shots for his team pick. Give me the Buccaneers minus 14. Something else to watch. Mike Evans, 85 yards away from his 11th consecutive 1,000-yard season. Baker's going to be throwing the ball to him all over the place. So I have a prop on him as well. I think I got it at 92.5, but he should soar over that. Should be an easy day for the Bucs. Clinch the NFC South and a playoff berth.
There we go. So he's going with Bucks minus the 14. And to recap your other ones, Browns, Ravens.
Browns plus 20. That's just fucking insane.
It's every time I look at that number, I like triple check it. Like that can't be right, but no, it is right. And then Vikings, Lions, you got
over
here. One thing I should have mentioned as we were getting ready to go into these picks and bring this in, I'm kind of all over the place here today, so I do apologize. But since week 13, favorites have been 61-16 against the spread here. So just
against the spread or straight up?
I mean straight up. Excuse
Okay.
me, straight up. I'm sorry. Straight up though. Favorites 61-16 since week 13. If you're looking at betting trends here, I should have brought that in beforehand, but I just noticed that was on my graphic card here. So, all right, so we got those. The next up is our parlay of the week here, our underdog parlay, brought to you by no one. Once again, you could sponsor that and this show. Send an email to info@letsnotdothispodcast.com. We can talk a little shop here, but let's see what we got on the card today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring that in here. All right, first up is going to be the Georgia Bulldogs on the hardwood at Ole Miss. Who's got that?
That's me. I haven't seen either team play, but I know Georgia is not bad, and I don't believe in Ole Miss in anything. So give me Georgia.
All right, going with the Dogs. They're at plus 170 here. I believe, Scotty, you're up next with the men of Troy.
USC at home. Michigan's been underwhelming, especially when they play good teams. Give me USC. Why not?
USC plus 175. And then for me, Monday night, the FCS National Championship game, Frisco, Texas. North Dakota State taking on Montana State. Listen, the Bobcats are undefeated on the season. They have been playing phenomenal football, but North Dakota State, this is what they do. It's been a few years since they've won a national championship. They're rounding back in the form right now. Give me the Bison, and let me tell you something. The 12th man will make a difference there. Frisco, Texas, Toyota Stadium, I believe the home of FC Dallas, just went out of my head. That's their home away from home. They travel there. There are bars there. There are North Dakota State bars. I know Tight End Sports Bar there. They turn into a Bison headquarters. They always travel well. The whole fucking state of North Dakota is going to be heading down there, I think. I like North Dakota State money line and this one to spring an upset. Give me the Bison plus the 130 Monday night against Montana State. Drop all these bad boys in here together. You're looking at plus 1608. Wasn't there what happened in 1608? Wasn't there like a famous year for something?
Probably some genocide of Native Americans.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, I really can't argue that one there. You know what? January 2nd, 1608, the first supply mission to Jamestown returned to colony of Virginia with Christopher Newport commanding the John and Francis and the Phoenix, bringing 100 new settlers. That wasn't the only thing, but something else happened there. Then 5 days later at Jamestown, fire destroyed all the houses in the fort there. So I'm guessing they probably got a little hammered with some of the libations that Christopher Newport brought, and they burned the goddamn place down. And now Christopher Newport is just a really shitty school. Did you not get into OD? Did you not get into ODU? Are you socially awkward? Welcome to Christopher Newport. That's pretty much their selling point there.
I thought that was Virginia Wesleyan.
Well, that's just, are you dumb and want to spend too much money on school? And do you want to major in recreation and leisure studies? Do you want to be a gym teacher with $175,000 of student loan debt? That's Virginia Wesleyan. All right, but 1608 here, Scotty. If Chris goes to his parents and asks for a $100 bill, which is the most money he's ever had in his life, and he goes and puts this on this, and he hits it, what does he win?
Well, they'll probably say, no, I'm not doing that again. But if they did say yes, you would win $1,608.
Ooh, that's very true. They probably would say no to that. They also said no to measles, mumps, rubella shots for him, all that stuff. He did get a rabies shot, though. Chris did get rabies. I mean, look, doesn't he look like the kind of person that would get rabies like a grown man behind like a 7-Eleven? I'm sorry, you have a rabies beard. Look at your beard. You have a rabies beard. No, nothing.
Is he frozen? Is he frozen?
That's 6 minutes of internet access. That he has.
He was laughing earlier, and he was frozen. It was like I don't know if you've seen Steve Carell's joyless laughing guy.
No, I've not seen that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
All right, so make sure to like and subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. We'll be back somewhat on schedule this week. I know we didn't. I think we mentioned it, but I don't think we agreed on it. We're gonna do a show Wednesday this week coming up. Wednesday.
Sounds good to me.
Sure. What time is the playoffs on Thursday?
The playoffs on Thursday, I believe, is smack dab when the show would be going on. Let me go back to my graphic here. Bowl games, playoff games. God damn it, ESPN. Their whole thing is out of order when you go and click on the schedule of games.
I know.
It's so annoying. Thursday, 7:30 p.m. You got Notre Dame, Penn State. So yeah, let's let it breathe. We can give those picks a chance to breathe there. Let's do Wednesday if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, just don't try to change your pick this time.
Hey, I literally texted the group chat. I was going to go Notre Dame first half the other day. I should have done it. I bet it outside, but I should have changed my pick officially before the show. I don't know why I didn't do it, but what are you going to do? All right, so we'll be back here Wednesday night at 6:45 p.m. for another Let's Not Do This podcast. And we'll preview the college football playoff and all sorts of good stuff, get some weird stories of the week and all that fun that you've been missing while we've been
a lot of weird shit going on this week.
yeah all that weird stuff while we've been cavorting around for the holidays. So Scotty, you can go ahead and bump us out of here, and until then, we will see you Wednesday night at 6:45. Aloha means goodbye. Peace.
Yeah.